All right, and we're back with Beacon Pines. Let's start our chapter 9.
The devil you know. 7 months ago, Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus liquamen. There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
She went in the pod? Oh no. You tell him. Yeah, that does sound crazy. You can't just come out and say that without proof, you know?
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone. Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Oh, yes! Yes! Wow, he's doing something good for once. What in the world?
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
He's the boss?
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground. Kerr gave a bow of deference. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips. His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
He's still alive! Oh gosh. No, that's unnatural.
Horror gripped the crowd.
Okay, so the jig is up. Oh,
This
there he
is
is.
a story about change.
Man, his voice is scary.
Sharper examined his new hands. Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Yeah!
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
I mean, what are they going to do? There's a whole crowd of people. I imagine very few of them are on the side of Valentine.
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
So he's got a god complex. He's a megalomaniac. What? Oh, this poor guy, man. He's just put in a position that he's clearly unqualified for. Probably didn't have a good home life because he's seeking his father's approval. And, man, what a way to meet your dad again. Very sad story for him. And he failed, I'm sure. Yep. How dare you say that in front of a crowd of people? What a dishonorable person. Never disgrace your children in front of people. Yeah, that is how it is sometimes. You always have a choice, you know? Sometimes you make the wrong one, but you can stop. You can stop. You can turn around at any point. It's never too late. Never too late. That makes sense. He's an actor. Okay. Mr. Kerr. What a scoop! Blatherskite.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride. He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous. Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick Montesquieu. Why does that name sound familiar? Pat, see? Never underestimate what a small man or a little boy can do. Like in Lord of the Rings, you know, the hobbits, they're the smallest creature imaginable, and yet they change the course of Middle Earth for the good. What a fool.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles. And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties. Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming clearer now.
Yeah.
You can feel it, right?
Yeah, we're getting close.
Let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
We did discover one word, but I wonder where it belongs. Ah, malice. Windows to the soul. Alright, let's do it. There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Oh, this is when he confronted him.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncrete's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there. Luca twisted free of Nuncrete's grasp.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever would. Big trouble, huh? It's alright. Things will alright.
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Wait, so who is that? Who's the other small one? Because that's funny, because I thought they were just other boys, but I never really got the opportunity to talk to them. And now that we know... Gosh, dude, what a creepy greeting. Our harvest awaits. Oh, sorry. That is boring. Don't want to do a survey. Dude's still sleeping. Am I supposed to be going home? I don't... What's my... Wait at... Oh, oops. Okay, let's go to the treehouse. Do-do-do-do-do-do. To the treehouse we go. Just in case he gives me a word. Elusive as the fish here in the pond. Alright, we'll wait at the treehouse.
long holler into the woods. Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
I loved beanbags when I was a kid. Just like chill, you know?
Once again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward. The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire, the source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him. "You made me proud, Buckaroo." Luca turned to face him. "Dad, what is this place?" A warm grin grew across his father's face. "A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together." Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail. "Wait? For what?" Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. "That's up to you." Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?" Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. "Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me." Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. "And you?" The doppelganger choked back tears. "I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone." Does that make sense? Through his tears, Luca laughed. "I think so." His father pulled him in for an embrace. "Time to go, Buckaroo." Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor. A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open. Chapter 5. Dangers Big and Small. Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony.
Oh no, who
As
is
his
it?
hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole.
What in the world? His voice is lower. That's funny.
The large figure cocked its head inquisitively. Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed. Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
Wait, does he think it's just his hands? Has he looked in the mirror?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Yeah.
His hands shot up to his face.
Oh, licorice. Is that what they used to flavor it? He likes being an adult. True.
Rollo shadowboxed a few jabs. With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Right. This is a recent development. And why is Beck's hair blue? Did they touch the goo too? I don't remember. Right, there's a sign.
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo. Beck's eyes narrowed. Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Yeah, that is really weird. That's super suspicious. If your job ever calls you in the night before and you're not working the night shift, what? Don't go in. It's probably something like this, where they're experimenting on people in a basement. Oh my gosh.
She sighed, and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically. She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
It is funny that these animals have hair. Like, let me just make that clear right now. It's kind of silly, but it works with the art style. You know, it's just kind of silly. Wow. Probably. Usually that's what that means.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
I will say this game does a good job of like quickly getting the in-game characters to the point of knowledge that you have from already completing other ends. I think that's really interesting. Is like they just very quickly caught us up to, oh, there's a bigger banana. Like Kerr is not the boss. So sure, it took a lot of planning to do this.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
It's a
Rollo
mission.
started to wiggle with excitement.
Infiltration.
Chapter
The
6.
heist.
The Heist. They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread, even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Yep.
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
Right. Okay, I wouldn't bet on that,
Beck
man.
snorted an involuntary giggle.
Right.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence and nodded.
Enlist the help of Joff and Iggy. Alright, we have a plan. When we get back, we'll start our plan of infiltration. Thanks for watching.